Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya for Seekers of God. Spiritual Talks of Mahapurush Swami Shivananda. Continuation of chapter 104, page 293, episode 251. Mahapurush Maharaj says that service of the Guru must be accompanied by spiritual practice. Mahapurush Ji used to warn his attendants that it would not do only to be engaged in serving the Guru. They would have to undertake spiritual practices as well. And Mahapurush Maharaj used to warn them that anyone who neglected his spiritual practices and spent his time merely in the service of saintly people and living in association with them might often become puffed up with pride and egotism, thinking himself superior to others just because of these advantages he had over them. One day, at dead of night, Mahapurush Maharaj said to an attendant, "Look here, it is good that you are serving me. It is only out of the inestimable mercy of Sri Ramakrishna that he has been making you serve one of his sons." Mahapurush Maharaj says that it is only out of the inestimable mercy of Sri Ramakrishna that he has been making you serve one of his sons. But mind you, my son, you must carry on spiritual practices along with this. You will understand what Sri Ramakrishna really was only when you carry on your japa, meditation, prayer, etc. regularly. You will court failure by thinking of us as mere human beings. Have this fully in mind. To make this idea of divinity fully effective, you have to undertake strenuous spiritual exercises. One is vouchsafed the divine mood when one's mind becomes purified through meditation on God. Though we have seen Sri Ramakrishna lived with him and have been blessed by him, still what a series of difficult spiritual practices Sri Ramakrishna made us undergo. Could even we ourselves understand in the first instance that Sri Ramakrishna was God and had come down to this world to save it? Could we recognize Sri Ramakrishna as such? Gradually, through spiritual practice and insight, that knowledge has become permanent. Mahapurush Maharaj says that gradually through spiritual practice and insight, that knowledge has become permanent. At the same time, it is true, of course, that nothing has been achieved without Sri Ramakrishna's grace. Though it is a fact that Sri Ramakrishna's grace does descend when one implores him piteously and seeks him earnestly. I have realized by stages that Sri Ramakrishna is God himself, none other than the Lord of all the gods and of the whole universe. Sri Ramakrishna has revealed to me his real nature out of his own grace. Mahapurush Maharaj says, undertake japa at dead of night. If you make your japa at dead of night, you will have the result very soon and your whole being will be filled with joy. The bliss will be so deep indeed that you will feel no impulse to leave your japa. You have to keep awake at any rate for my service. Sit down during this time for your japa. After all, you have not to work for me all the time. It is once in a while that I want help. So here is a great opportunity. Engage yourself fully in japa. Do you understand that? Don't let your time pass idly, my son. You have to be fully absorbed in calling on Sri Ramakrishna, in calling on God. It won't do to be half-hearted. Whatever you do in this respect, you must do with your whole mind. Then only you will get joy. That is why Sri Ramakrishna sang, "Dive deep, my mind, with the name of Kali into the fathomless water of the sea of your heart, which is the repository of jewels." One seldom derives any joy from a work unless one can become fully engrossed in it. God looks at the heart, at the sincerity of a man. God does not keep count of that time. God does not keep count of the time. Besides, when one undertakes japa and meditation regularly, one gets one's mind purged of impurities thereby, and that mode becomes fixed in the mind. One has to practice daily and constantly. In the Gita, the Lord declares, the mind can be controlled, O Arjuna, through practice and dispassion. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. To be continued. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.